I don't. I only have Stallah, and Serling. Sterling and Stallah.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Big Points Theory. And Suj, how's things been going on your side?
Decent-ish game week. I think I got 43 points. So felt a bit down from the last game week, but in perspective, I understand why we need to get those points.
Yeah, down to earth is definitely the theme of this week. Not only from a somewhat humbling draw for our own team, but also I think on the point side, I think a lot of the players didn't quite perform. Especially Stallah owners might be starting to question their sanity. But talking about sanity, I'm looking at the fantasy league page itself. Can you see that they're pushing Jimenez from Wolves, but obviously he's actually the most transferred out this week. I think people are getting impatient with him because he hasn't scored in the first 2 game weeks, But the one that really surprised me is most transferred in De Gea. Like, I don't know if people were watching the same United game that I was, but I didn't think, our defense looks good, but not great. But I guess that could be said about most teams right now, and perhaps our fixture list is the United fixture list is what's attracting people.
Yeah. Either that or there's just a whole load of United supporters playing this game, and for once their team is actually doing something, so they want to be on board.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, let's start with this week's picks. Oh, I did forget one more thing. Lessons learned. You mentioned to me, you even took, I can see we took notes that Timo Pukki, I guess you got Pukki here. You did mention him, but I was actually the one who said, nah, man, I don't see anybody picking this guy. We didn't mention our Joker pick last week, so not going to make that mistake again. I mean, hat trick for this guy.
At least you learned a lesson from that. Good.
Yeah, so I hope we've got him on our list today. Okay, so going to our actual picks. So pretty much the same as last week. We've got Kane, Sterling, Stallah, but we've added Mane, and I'll talk a little bit about him. But let's start with Kane.
Kane had a good. I thought he had a good game against City, even though he didn't get on the score sheet and stuff. But he had a decent amount of shots. And well, from these 3, I would tip Kane to be actually your captain this week if you have him, because Bournemouth has conceded 30 shots and conceded 6 big chances against them, and those are against low opposition. Can you imagine what a better team is going to do to them? Bournemouth.
Newcastle. I think you mean Newcastle, right?
No, Kane. Newcastle, yes, sorry, man. Newcastle. And Newcastle have been crappy the first 2 games. I think Kane should be able to put it away in this one with Son coming back and the team being strengthened, because, now they have choices in midfield with the Mora, Lamela, Son coming back. I think this team will get better, and Kane will definitely score this weekend.
Yeah, I'm also of that opinion, but I'm still leaning a little bit towards the Sterling train, perhaps because he is kind of like, back in the good old days when they were Ronaldo is your captain every week and Van Persie is your captain every week and those kind. I think Sterling is kind of in that mold at the moment. So I do take what you say about Kane, but do you have anything on Sterling?
Sterling's got the best underlying stats from the three usual suspects there. He's only second for shots on target after Pukki. And he's already proven that he can do it against a big team and a small team. So, I tend to agree with what you're saying there, because he seems to be the new Aguero. Not in the sense that he's playing up front, but the sense that he's the one that's getting you the goals every week. Yeah. So I tend to agree with you on that one, where you say if you just captain him for the rest of the game till the end, you should get your points.
Yeah. But he is definitely the safe choice. But if you really want to make points, you're probably going to go with Kane, right? And then we've got Mane.
If you have him.
Yeah, we've got Mane and we've got Stallah, right? Now, I'm sure you will give me a little bit on Stallah, but I just wanted to talk about Mane and the fact that who the opposition is. I think out of the 3, that the Liverpool contingent is the one you would probably say you would be lukewarm on, right? But just looking at this,
Yeah.
if you look at the results, actually, maybe I can just pull it up quickly. Go to the pull up this interesting. It's just about the results that the teams have played against each other, right? So you can see in the Liverpool game, Liverpool versus Arsenal, they've done in the last 5 games, they've had like three wins and 2 draws, right? So Arsenal haven't won at all, and all 3 of the wins came at Anfield. And you can see, look at the results are like 4-0, 3-1, 5-1. I don't know if Arsenal have significantly improved, whereas I feel like Liverpool have. So I mean, I still feel like this is going to be a big game for that team there, right? And out of those 6 results, both Salah and Mane have 3 goals a pop, against Arsenal. The only surprising bit is that actually Firmino has scored the most, but that was in the one game, I think in the 5-1, he scored a hat-trick. So to me, I wouldn't say that they are necessarily like some people might look at them and go, "Ooh, I'm not going to pick them because they're playing Arsenal, a big team." But I don't think you should look at it like that at all. I think those guys are also a little bit fixture proof. The only time they're not fixture proof is when they're playing City. That's how I feel about
Yeah.
them. Eh? Well, what about your opinion on that?
Look, I still want to lean towards Firmino. Because I know you said he got the hat-trick, but he's got like 4 goals in the last 2 games against Arsenal. He's got the most goals out of any Liverpool player against Arsenal.
Yeah, but to captain wise,
So
I think surely you wouldn't want to captain him because he hasn't scored yet, has he?
He has, but if I have to choose between just specifically those 3, I would definitely go for Mane. I trust Mane more.
Mane, okay. So going on the formed players, we've got Ashley Barnes, who I really really rate, and then we brought him back
I'm
in now.
trying to point here, but it's not working.
Yeah, yeah. So we've got Timu Pukki there, and then we've got Martial, and we've kind of put a special note on Martial. But talk to me. What do you have on Barnes, other than being the Winter Soldier?
Well, he's selected by less than 8% of the game. And that makes him a bit of a differential. I think it's because of these next 2 fixtures that are coming up. But while you might think that he's overachieving by scoring 3 goals in his first 2 games, he's actually netted 11 times in his last 17 Premier League games. So This is not actually a fluke on his side. It's actually proper form,
Yeah.
And with the fact that they've got 2 not so great fixtures, but after that they've got a run of some very decent fixtures.
Okay, so if what I'm getting from you is not necessarily a captain pick, even though his form really says he is on form. Sorry, the stats say he's on form. You're not necessarily a captain pick, but definitely a pick going forward. He's playing Wolves away, so yeah, that is going to be a tough one to captain. So I think I'll have to totally agree with you on that. And then let's get to our or my mistake.
Is there anything really to say about this? So yeah, he is the best striker in the league at the moment. But for me, look, he's got this whole Mitrovic thing going on, that he's from a smaller team, and in the start he will get a few goals and stuff. I'd rather give him a few weeks. I see his price is already 6.8, so jumping on now would be a bit late. Look, I think he probably could score against Chelsea and West Ham.
Yeah.
It's just that I prefer to wait and see with this guy. I know everybody's jumping on because it's form, but we've only got like 2 game weeks worth of data to go on.
Yeah.
So I prefer -4 is a big thing for me, and I just won't throw away transfers or points. I know he's on form. Look, I tend to lean a lot to the form guys, but fixtures are more important to me than actual.
Moving on to Martial. This is my real pick for me. Like I actually genuinely think he could be a decent captain pick, considering the way he played against Wolves, and he's clearly the official number 9, if you want to say it like that. Do you have anything?
Look, I agree with that because I mean, even though he's only got like 3 shots in 2 games, he still scored from there, and he's combining so well with Rashford and swapping around onto the left up front, and the fact that he's in midfield. A midfielder in the game.
Yes,
I don't see you going wrong.
See, to me that's the big thing there is that he's considered a midfielder, yet he's definitely like essentially a centre forward, right? And he's only 7.6 for that amount of money. If he only scores 1 goal a game, every other game, he's making you thick points, and so to me he's like a definite buy. And for captain wise, I mean, we're playing against United, are playing against Oh,
Playing at
we're playing
home.
Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace have been
One of
shockingly
the worst
terrible.
teams in the league at the moment.
Yeah,
So I'm not against Martial. I just feel that Rashford is going to outscore him.
you think Rashford will outscore him? Okay, that's definitely
Yeah, what do you think?
yeah. Look, that's definitely a thing to consider. Rashford did get an assist in the last game, and it just depends on how United's form is going forward. But for me, Martial, because he's a midfielder and he's cheaper than Rashford, he might be the value pick.
I hope they rather just give him the penalties. They don't have to fight between Rashford and Pogba. Then everything would be perfect. Midfielder playing up front, gone penalties, cheap. What more do you want?
And then moving on to our Joker pick for this week, we've got Javier Hernandez. Definitely a United connection there. But yeah, look, I must say West Ham haven't really been performing. So to me, he didn't play in the first game, and in the second game they brought him in. He scored. So he's always been a scorer, I think. So he's definitely worth a chance.
Look at that price bracket. So he's 6.0. In that price bracket, is no one really wonderful to write home about.
Yeah.
And he seems to be going to be jumping onto some decent fixtures coming up. And Haller's injured, and I don't know. There's a 4.50 there. I don't think he plays even. So I'm sure Cheech will get his minutes and he'll score, man.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Look, he might have. There's rumors about a fitness issue with him, but West Ham desperately need to win a game. And I think from now on, like considering what the other options, and like you said, Haller is Haller injured. So we've got Hernandez must be like the prime striker there at West Ham. I mean, look, he's no Dimitri Payet or anything, but he's definitely like a worth a pick.
Well, you're going to captain this week since you're still ahead of me on points.
Oh, okay. So look, I'm probably not gonna take any chances again this week. I went for Salah last time. I'm gonna go for Sterling this time, I think. Oh, but I have to make my change before that Friday game, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I can see
Look, you have the luxury of having Kane, Salah, and Sterling. That's why I asked you the question, because I only have Stallah and Sterling. Sterling and Salah.
Okay.
Sterling and Salah. So I'll have to just choose between the two. I just wanted to get an opinion on if you had all three, what you would actually do. It sounds like you're not very sure. So I'm sure all those people that have all three are also not as sure.
Yeah. No, look, I think maybe Sterling is the right choice because again, Bournemouth,
safe.
I think it's safe. And right now, I just want to be safe until the international break.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Otherwise, Suj, have a great game week. Great game week.
Yeah, I'll take a great one.
Cheers.